I had banh mi literally 2 days ago because it's what we had for our birthday lunch. Because my mom came up to help hang up artwork, and then we were gonna go out to lunch, but we were in a groove, so we just ordered in. And I ordered from my favorite place because they had just gone up in price, and I would to the point where I wouldn't order it for myself, but if my mom's paying,
yeah, if you're treating me, that's different. Yeah,
it was great. But as I was just like searching, because I still have some birthday money in my Apple Pay right now. So I was just like searching through DoorDash, and I found a new place that does like banh mi and spring rolls, like fresh rolls.
Oh, okay.
Which are my go-to. And this place was very good. Not quite as much as like my favorite. It's just like a slightly different style, but still very good. And they were doing my favorite buy one get one free DoorDash sale.
Oh, yeah.
So I got 2 sandwiches for the price of one. So I had one for dinner and one's tomorrow's lunch.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Last time I did that, it was with fake Thai food, but it was like lunch sizes and not dinner sizes. And I just ended up eating both servings at the same time.
All right. Let me.
Okay. Just switch over tabs. I have like 3 different fan fictions open right now.
Oh, cool. Christian Chenoweth is coming to Philadelphia May 3rd.
So I love her as a performer. I think she has questioning political views.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
I love her as a performer.
God damn it. It's like the Addie Shankar thing. This has recently been popping up. I was like, oh, really, dude? You had to be a dick? And I was like, my brain was like, oh, but he, like all this cool shit he does, and then immediately forgot that he was like Trump's like inauguration dinner. It's not the same thing with wrestling. Like he had like,
right.
Triple H legit went on a fucking Logan Paul's fucking thing this week, which that in a journal is fucking gross. But I guess he works for like Logan Paul works for him, so whatever. And he went on his podcast. It was like, yeah, I love Trump and all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, I keep forgetting. I was like, he's just been doing such a good job with WWE stuff. Like you saw Friday, right? Like you loved it. And that's a lot of that's him, man. It's like, God damn it.
Loved it. I was surprised. Like I thought I would have like a neutral to good time. I had a great time. It is like I get why they target it towards like men and like young boys.
Yeah.
Like they think that's their target audience. But if they put like an ounce of their like marketing power and budget into the gays, they'd have them immediately. Yeah. And I know there are gays who love wrestling, but I was never marketed towards like wrestling was never marketed towards me, so I never got into it. But it's like live theater meets drag and ballroom culture meets like gymnastics and like acrobatics. Yeah. It's incredible. It's everything I could ever want in like a show. It was a great time.
Yeah.
There was so many like the costuming, the props, the like choreography, and then they're doing these like insane feats of like human ability that is mind-blowing. And every time somebody did something like a really fancy like gymnastic acrobatic trick, I was applauding. I didn't care who they were. Dude, I was just impressed. I was like, everything about this is so entertaining. This is so fun.
The best.
And like the visuals and the introductions, like it was so I was like, I get the hype. They've got me. Afterwards, I found somebody who did like a recap of it so I could go through and find everybody's names and then see like
man.
which shows are you usually on.
Yeah, man. Cody's dude, I rewatched Cody's whole thing with the belts and everything he had set up. Me and Mary have to send you like just a bunch of shit too, because like Cody's dad
absolutely
was like one of the best people on the mic. So it was like one of those things with Cody, and he'll talk about it in a lot of stuff where he, for the longest time, he left WWE like the second he could because he like was trying so hard, and of course he was fresh faced and he's the nepo baby and all this other stuff. He acknowledges it, but like he just hit like a glass ceiling. He's like, I know I can do better. Like I know I started way too young and I was not good at this, and you guys threw me in the TV and everything, but like I know I'm good now. So if you're not gonna see what I see, I'm gonna leave. And he started his own company and all this other stuff, and they did great. That's AEW, by the way. Like he helped start AEW.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
his?
Yeah, and then he was like, "We're only going so far." He's like, "I gotta go back home. I know I could do this now." And then it's
I think you sent me. It was like this like promo speech he did like 2 years ago or whatever, and that was the only thing I had seen from like wrestling period. It was like that one speech of his, and immediately the first time he came out in the suit, I was like, oh, I get it. This guy understands what this is about. He's a great orator. He's a great, performer, speaker. He's captivating. He's charismatic. He's charming. And he's passionate. And I was like, I get why he's like the guy.
Yeah. And the cool thing is like typically when you have someone who's like called the baby face, like someone who's like so super good and the goody two shoe, all this other shit, they don't really have like a lot of like heat toward them, like or like anything like that. Like they don't have like almost like you want to say balls. But every once in a while he's done stuff where like he's towed the line of like fighting someone like who's a bad guy and be like, no, fuck it. If you're not gonna use it, I'll use the chair. Fuck you. Like you piss me off that much, I will do this thing. And be like, he cheated. It's like, fuck you, man. You try to break my neck. Like, of course I'll cheat. Shit like that. And he's been doing a good job. And they always make the joke because like his normal outfit, he looks like Homelander from The Police. So he's like, it's happening. He's gonna be Homelander. And like it looked like he was gonna go bad like a couple months ago, and he did it. It was like the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, which is this weekend, by the way. Do you have Peacock?
No, but my dad does, I think.
All right, sign up. Yeah, log in Saturday and Sunday. You're gonna watch both shows. It's like 8 hours of wrestling, but it'll be worth it. And they'll do a good job. Like, what? So it depends. What version of Peacock does your dad have? Does he have like full no ads?
No clue.
Okay, if it's full no ads, for the ad space where there normally is a commercial, WWE will, if you have it with no ads, will show you the storyline leading up to where we got to.
Nice.
If you do have ads, they'll show ads.
That live.
Yeah, which is awesome.
That was cool. Like the first time they went to like ads live in the like arena, I giggled a little bit because it was a fucking like Clash of Clans ad. And I'm like, you're seriously advertising to me while I'm like physically here in person?
Yep. Yeah, because and then you start thinking, we're like, oh, it's live on TV. Like, if there's an ad here, there's the ad on TV. Actually, I wonder how that goes on Netflix. Oh, yeah, I guess there would be ads on. There is ads on Netflix because I watch Raw and there's ads on there too. I'll try to think because Mike and Kelsey have like a VPN, so they only pay for the VPN and Netflix, so like that they can watch. If you're out of the United States, you can watch all of WWE stuff on Netflix. If you're in the United States, you need Peacock for their what they call premium live events, which is their pay-per-views. You need Netflix for Raw, somehow to watch SmackDown, which is on USA, a different channel. NXT's on CW, so it's like that's on regular TV, which is fine, but still, like you can watch everything on Netflix live if you're out of the United States, which is nice. Yeah, there was the last pay-per-view, like why was John Cena there? I forget. He must have had a match or something. Yeah, he won the one match. So he was like,
Isn't he doing his big like farewell tour or whatever?
yeah. So he's retiring. He got a guaranteed title match for WrestleMania. Already called Cody out. He was like, yeah, I want that belt. And it's cool and all this stuff. The Rock came out because he wants he legitimately for real life is on the board of directors of WWE. So he's on the board of directors. Triple H is legitimately runs the creative side of WWE. And Shawn Michaels runs the creative side of the development part. Who's like a big my favorite wrestler of all time, and he's like a old school like kind of 90s wrestler. He legitimately runs the storylines and helps develop like all the younger athletes to move up to the next like stage in their career. So it's like really weird, like all these real wrestlers like play up their characters, but at the same time are really helping. But The Rock came out. He wants Cody's soul, is what he said. He's like, I want you to be my champion. I want you to be the corporate champion and all this other shit. And so Cody, again, like being the baby face where like they don't do anything risque or whatever. He told him to go fuck himself on live TV. I was like, wait, what? I screamed, scared the shit out of Tara. She got so fucking angry with me because I scared her awake. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, what? I was like, he said fuck on TV. It's like, this is great.
The thing that like shocked me the most
mm-hmm.
was before I even got in the doors. Like, first of all, I didn't show up until like the time doors were supposed to open because I remembered last time I worked we had delayed doors and I was like, I'm not standing out here for hours for the shit. So I stood outside for like 15 minutes and it was fine. But in that 15 minutes, people started chanting, yelling, and I was like, the fuck is going on? Then we were sitting in the arena. Again, it was like 3:30. We had an hour to still start a show or whatever. And this fucking kid, couple sections over, starts like chanting for John Cena. And then everybody starts counter chanting. Cena sucks. And I was like, why are we yelling? Like, do we have nothing better to do for the next hour? Like, why are we constantly yelling?
Dude, it's such a group effort. It's so cool. I will say though, it was a couple years ago. I went with my godfather to an event, and he took me to a bunch growing up. And it's very male dominated, especially growing up.
Yeah.
And it was one when I was like a good enough like adult. I was probably like 25 or something. It might have been like a SmackDown or whatever. And we're grabbing beers and all this other stuff, and we like sat down, and he's like, I like halfway through like just walking in and everything. I look at him like, yo, there's a lot of girls here. And he's like, I noticed that. I was like, yo, this is fucking awesome, man. And like, there was like a few of them were moms, but like, other than that, they were like just single women or girlfriends. And like, they were into it. And I'm like, dude, I think this is opening up. Like, finally, I think this is like really like other people are starting to see this. And of course, like, I joke around with my friend Brianna all the time. I send her like thirst traps of Roman Reigns. So I'm like, here you go. And she's like, oh, come on. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get you to watch wrestling because it's like if you like RuPaul's Drag Race, you'll love wrestling. Do you love anime? You love wrestling. Do you love comic books? You love wrestling. Do you love soap operas? You love wrestling. Like anything you do and watch or anything like that, you love professional wrestling. Like it's easy to get into if you're a fandom of something else. It's so easy to get into.
And like 3/5 of the memorable matches from the event were the women's matches. Like,
dude, yeah, they've been killing it lately. The thing you were confused was that Charlotte Flair and the two blondes fighting each other like randomly.
No, okay. So I did have a question about that. The one girl who went off script last week then had something happen at ours that we were like, is this scripted? Is it not? We were confused about that.
Yes, that was scripted, which is a good pivot to be like, hey, I personally made fun of you and like try to embarrass you because I thought you were gonna like embarrass me on the mic, so I just went at your throat, and then she went at her throat. that's the one thing I will say about WWE, that they went that bad that everyone was like, "Hey, I'm legitimately angry with you. I'm legitimately angry with you. Why did you say this? Why did you say this?" There's an adult in the room be like, "Hey, both of y'all, shut the fuck up. Because if you don't, we're not gonna make a shitload of money together. So let's get our
Right.
shit together and get some money."
It was the Chelsea Green versus Zelina Vega. And the recap says, the bell rang, which was confusing to the crowd and commentators. As it turns out, Green was counted out.
Oh, yeah. That was confusing on TV as well, actually. On TV, we were like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Chelsea Green, hilarious. She's one of my favorite characters.
Was she the one with the white tulle skirt?
Yes.
Yes, she was great. Loved her.
She's great. Zelina Vega is awesome too, in the sense that she just like awesome cosplay. She does, and she randomly got like one of the voice actors from Naruto, which is like her favorite show, to like voice her entrance like a couple years back and all that stuff. Yeah, but Chelsea Green, dude, she is one of my favorite, and it's so funny because she was in a company. You saw Ray Phoenix, so he's the guy with the mask. He's one of the newer guys.
Yeah.
His brother is on Raw.
Phoenix was the guy who went against the guy I really liked, even though everybody was cheering against him. With the tattoo, Berto.
Yes, yeah, Berto. Yeah, no, Berto's
I really
really
liked
good.
Berto. Everybody was cheering for Phoenix. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But like, look at him do flips.
Yeah, no, Berto's really good. He comes from a long line of Mexican wrestlers called the Garza family. So him and his cousin are both a tag team together. They're typically called, I think they're called Los Lotharios now, but they were called Los Garzas before. Yeah, they're from like a prestige family in Mexico. Yeah, Phoenix and his brother Penta are both in WWE in separate shows. So Penta's on Raw, Phoenix is on SmackDown right now. It was because Penta got out of his contract earlier in AEW, and there's some injury time on Phoenix that I'd never understand this from either company. The owner of AEW, he was like, "Hey man, you missed like 9 months because you were injured. I'm gonna tack on 9 months to your contract. You can't leave." Like, let the motherfucker leave. Who cares, man? Like, this is stupid. Like, you win more money. Like, that dude was online, like, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck. Like, he was tweeting online, like, I can't even wrestle. I'm stuck here. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, he was constantly talking shit about the company just to get the fuck out of the contract.
Also, question. So before it started, there was a video of, I think, the week previous, and some guy was like, I have to get surgery on my neck, and everybody started booing him. Why are we shaming people for taking care of their physical health? Don't we want them to wrestle more?
No, I think they were booing because he's missing WrestleMania. And he was building up a good storyline. Okay. Yeah, he was doing really good. He does his like,
and the other guy seemed genuinely upset that he didn't have a match lined up.
Yeah, they were
sucked for him.
Yeah, they were doing. Randy Orton's been around as long as Cena. They came from the same class, like in 2002, 2003. Like they came up together at the same time, and they both were like big at the same time. They're like perfect foils. They're like those two, like that always like every once in a while come together, fight each other, and then separate for like a year or two, then come back together and fight each other. But yeah, he was upset too because that's his really good friend in real life. And there's a really good chance that Kevin Owens might not come back. Yeah, he's been dealing with it for a while. He said it just randomly he's like, he thought it was like a little thing that like, oh, I can check it out like after WrestleMania. It's not like a little thing. And it progressively got worse as the months progressed. He's like, oh, this is not good. And then when he went for his follow-up, and Mariah was like, yeah, you need to stop wrestling now. They're like, what? He's like, right now, you need to stop. Like, we need to get everything sorted out and checked. So he's been up in the air. Like, he hasn't said concrete like what's going to happen in his career. But that's why people were booing, because it might for real be legitimate. Frank though, I don't know if you saw in Discord, Frank was like, yo, was someone really mouthing off to him? Someone literally, as he was walking away, he's like devastated in real life, was calling him like a piece of shit and that he deserved this. And he stopped. He's like, what the fuck did you say? He got in the dude's face. There's like video footage of from the other side. Like the fan side, he like reaming this dude out. It was horrible.
Yeah.
He could come back.
Super
There's a
awful.
chance, but like it might be a while. It might be a long.
I was far
time.
enough up that I didn't see any of the. Like, I could see the interactions of the people right by the barricade as the people were walking out or whatever.
Yeah.
But none of it looked nasty. The only like fan interaction that was like really highlighted was like this little kid had a sign. I have no idea what it said, but Cody stopped mid speech and was like you need to get down here for a hug, and like they got the security people to like escort him down and gave the kid the hug.
Yeah, Cody is legitimately the best good guy, and we haven't seen something like that in a very long time, which is funny. Like I said, they've given him an edge as well, which is unheard of nowadays. John Cena, who's been criticized like his whole career because like he was pushed down people's throat as being the good guy always, with no edge really. Like he was very much the goody two shoe. Like I'm never turning bad. I'm never doing all this. And now
people hate him,
which is great. Now that you're supposed to hate him. It's not like, hey, I hate you as a person. And like, no, I hate your character. Right. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Time, like when they started chanting, I was like, he's genuinely a very nice man. And then I saw like the footage of their like going back and forth, and I'm like, oh, you're supposed to be the villain. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's finally the villain, which I remember texting my friend who was trying to get back into it when I was watching. Like I've watched my whole life, and he was like, I just can't stand John Cena. I was like, I know, man, but it's not gonna get any better if Vince McMahon's still in charge. Thanks his horrible life choices, because he's no longer in charge, and now John Cena can actually be a bad guy if he wants to be. Which he hasn't been a bad guy for like 20 years. He's having so much fun with it. It's so great. Like I was so happy when he turned back.
Cody was like genuinely shocked by how beloved he was in Seattle. Like the entire arena went so hard for him.
Yeah, it always catches him off. I think especially this build too. Like there was one so far. There's only been one city that was like a little wavering against him. Like it was a little bit. We're like, oh, are we test? And that's a good litmus test. Like, are we testing the waters to see if we could turn him bad? Because that's what everyone thought was happening. They thought he was going to be bad going into this WrestleMania, because it's like, oh, you've held on to the belt like for so long. Now is the belt corrupting you? Are you like, now I'll do anything to keep this belt on me? Which is always a great storyline, but it's like, ooh, are we going to do that, or are we going to do something else? And then John Cena turned back. I was like, holy fuck. This is great. I'm legitimately Sunday, whatever happens, whether Cody wins, and like that's awesome for him. But if John Cena wins and breaks Ric Flair's record, I'm also down as well. I want to see where the fuck this plays out. I'm so in. God, yeah, I can keep talking about some, but
I know. I really liked. I looked up their names, so I don't remember anymore. I think they were both on Raw, but one of the early matches, it was one of the tag teams, and the girls came out in these like sequined, like baby pink, like outfits.
Oh yeah, Natalia and Maxine Dupree.
Yes. Yes. And I was like, the costuming, like whoever they have making their costumes, fucking incredible. Like
that's the other thing. Like, wait till WrestleMania season, dude. This WrestleMania is a different fucking beast when it comes to costumes.
I'm sure.
Oh, it's the best.
It was so cool.
It was the best. The New Day, one of my favorite tag teams, they came out last WrestleMania, and since we was in Philly, they came out. One came out as Apollo Creed, and the other one came out as what's the name? Why can't I think? Rocky. As Rocky Balboa. I was like, oh, that's perfect, Liz. You get in Philly. And
incredible.
And the one who was wearing the Apollo Creed stuff is Xavier Woods. His old name used to be Consequences Creed, because he loves that character so much that he dressed like him. So he had the American shorts back in the day. I'm like, oh my God, he brought it back. Yeah, the costume is going to be out of this world. We have a thing in Philly called the Mummers, and Seth Rollins dressed up as a mummer. He always has the craziest outfits. He dressed up as a mummer and had the mummers escort him to the ring, which was
incredible,
insane to see. Like that was such a great moment.
Love, like playing into like the local shows, like being able to change it up and like really tap into like the audience. That's so cool.
Yeah, the one that always makes me angry, and no surprise, is Logan Paul. His outfits make me angry. He came with like his $5,000 diamond encrusted like Pikachu card down one time.
Gross.
I hate him. I just hate him so goddamn much. I swear to God,
So
I don't know why,
much.
but part of me knows that he's gonna do some shit down the line where he's coming out with the Puerto Rican flag because he bills himself from Puerto Rico. Yeah, because he lives there, and it's like fuck you. You live there because it's tax free. You piece of shit.
You live there because you can afford to, and the people who deserve to live there can't afford to have power or
Yeah,
water
because of you.
because of you.
Every last WrestleMania when he came out, I was in the crowd. I started yelling, "Fuck the Jones Act." It was such a niche thing, and then like one or two people were like, "What the fuck are you chanting?" And my friend next to me, Mark, he was like, "What the fuck are you chanting?" I was like, "That's the whole thing that's just plagued the Puerto Rican people." And then there's a couple people just look at me all angry, like, "Yeah, what the fuck you gonna do about it, bitch?" Stared them down, I was like, "What you gonna do?" Like to see you say something.
The last match, I don't know which island they were from, but there were. I'm assuming a couple of the wrestlers were like Pacifica, because
Samoans, yeah. There's a lot of
Samoan.
Samoans.
Okay, yeah.
The bloodline, yeah.
Because I heard some cheers in the crowd, and I was like, "Whew, that takes me back." I was not prepared for that, and it hit me right in the gut.
Yeah, the
bloodline.
bloodline. Yeah. Oh yeah, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. So Tama Tonga is Tongan. Uh and then Solo Sikoa is Samoan. So yeah, they're called the bloodline. So there's this and legitimately like this whole wrestling dynasty created out of Samoans, and The Rock he like building up to last year's main event like showed because he's part of the dynasty too, showed the whole family tree and where people line up, and people they even put wrestlers that are the independents that aren't part of WWE right now, like this is this person's son, like known as this, like the Usos are part of it and all this other, but there's so many. Roman Reigns was like the head of the bloodline for the, well, he still is now. He's the head of the table, as he calls himself. And then The Rock just recently, on Samoa, they named him High Chief. So he's what he got the same honor as their grandfather, his great grandfather, or his grandfather was legitimately High Chief, and now he has the same distinction. Like the president, I think they have Samoa, I forget, or the chieftain, like named him High Chief.
That's cool.
Yes,
I don't know.
It's High Chief Dwayne Johnson. It's like stupid name.
My grandma passed last month, and ever since it's been a really interesting thing of like what do you call a culture that you have no claim to, but you have like family ties to? It's such an interesting like conversation, like what it means like spiritually, and like being able to like feel her like mana around me, and like this call of like Hawaii that I feel in me like since she's passed has been really interesting. Like I know it's not my place, but also it's like it's my family, right? Like
yeah, no, 100%. No, that's the cool thing too. Like I think Rock always felt that way, I think, as well, because he's like half black, half Samoan. But his dad, the second like he married their mom, he was like, "Hey man, we hanging out with these people. They're cool." He's always surrounded himself around them, so he was always like with them all the time. But he yeah, I think he feels like kind of like that too. I feel like it's interesting. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing to talk about, that heritage, because I'm sure there's plenty of people like that. I'm sure someone down, whoever Connor and Zoe marry, and if they have, if they choose to have biological children, and if they're not like Puerto Rican, it's like, well, do I have a connection? It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah, you do. It's in there.
Funny, the Brown Raggers, as they call themselves, is like Grandma Wendy her kids with my granddad.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jeremy is, half Kanaka, half white.
Mm-hmm.
And then he marries a Mexican woman. So they have these kids that are half Mexican, quarter Hawaiian, like quarter
That's
white.
awesome.
And so precious. Little Juliet. I love her so much.
Oh my God. My
Sassy
favorite
little
thing,
brat.
my cousin Vanessa married, and she's very fair skinned. Very fair skinned. And she married like a fucking like a German American dude named Rex Fritz. So yeah, it's super fucking
Super German.
yeah. And so their kids are like super fair skinned. And my favorite thing is my little cousin Zach. I mean, he's an adult now, but like he said he loves going to the beach and like he'll take his shirt off and he's got all like the the Taino tattoos. I'm like, that must trip people up all the time. Like you either get people who are like, wow, cultural appropriation. Like, no, he's half
It's my
Puerto
culture.
Rican.
I'm not.
It is, yeah, it is his culture, yeah. Or there's
Or
probably some like white dude like, oh, cool. Where did you get the tattoos? Like, it actually means something, asshole.
yeah.
Like, I love it. I'm like, you must blow people's brains when you take your shirt off in the beach, man. Like, he's like, it's my favorite thing to do. He's like, it's honestly because like, he does it and then he like scans around the beach to see if anyone notices.
See the reaction.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh my God, dude. It's the best. All right. You ready for this?
Do you want to talk about Suicide Squad? It's
Let's
9 p.m. It's midnight.
Man, I ain't got nothing but Minecraft tomorrow. I mean, I gotta wake up at some point.
Incredible. All right, let's do it.
I still gotta film a thing for that Robert and his story motors fucking podcast. It's probably not gonna be long anymore. It's like, oh, I'll do like a 20-minute thing. It's probably gonna be like a 10-minute thing. All right. I'm ready. I got notes. Good. I feel like it's not gonna be a long one. I think this is gonna be a fun one. All right. 3, 2, 1.